No, I wasn't live. Forgot to hit the go live button. Apologies, everybody. Hello, how are we doing today? I'll have to say all of what I just said. I was in the editor updating the version number because we just pushed a build to QA that has a few extra things for them to check out. Some debug traces and some better combat functionality. A little bit better turning on the Eocar, better traces on the Urano's attacks and the Eocar's attacks, so yeah. I've got that open up right now, so we'll be playing that for a little bit. We'll do that for a little bit, and then I wanted to talk about some of the playables. Some questions, if you guys had any, about the abilities and stuff. I've been permitted to share all the abilities and all the attacks for every species. Islander. On the test level, you can play as an Eocar and it doesn't have a weird overlay on the screen. It's glorious. And we're in. Oh, the HUD is still wrong. I did not announce it on the Discord. Hold on. Hold on. This is what Mini Echo is supposed to be for. At Dev live streams. Grab the link. Aha, got it before it loaded. Didn't have to hear myself talk. There we go. Okay. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Was it starting to rain? All of the big three planned? Yes. Rex, Gig, and Spino, all of them are planned. I don't feel like listening to the weather today. It's nice, but I don't want to listen to it. Now. Islander tested. Does it? Yes! Okay, good. That's what we wanted to see. Much better. Much better. Alright, now I need to wait for somebody to get on so that I can smack them. We also... Yes, it's here. Okay. Wrong icon for the Urano, but everything else looks to be working. Yeah. Ooh, if you notice, temperature and time, they're 1503 and 31C. Should be a settings to change that. Yes. Apply. There we go. 89 Fahrenheit, 3 p.m. It's quite hot. I'm a dirty Fahrenheit user, so I'm gonna keep that one, but I'll keep the 24-hour time. Yeah, perfect. Is that the hitbox? Yes, so this is the damage trace. So wherever there is a trace, that's where you can get hit. Before it was set up so that there was just a single hit, and that proved to be not very good for hitting players. I had done that because I wanted to try and alleviate any latency and issues that we might have had with having a full-on trace like this, but it's just worthwhile to just have it like that. Can you go fishing as a tribal? One day? Yes. And we'll be able to go first person as human or only third. I believe both, but right now it's only third person. Oh, I have somebody in. Who is? Oh, it's Islander. Well, that's no fun. Still, if he's in, I want to fight him to see to redeem myself from last time. And we do need a new outline for this. I love it. It has all my stats and everything, and it adjusts. That's... Oh yeah, I'll show you this. So... Excuse me. If I put my growth to 15, keep in mind this is the wrong icon. Yes, this shrinks down. So what we have is we have the adult form in the back here, and then this smaller one will grow as your species grows. If I go up to 80, it'll get up to the 80% there. Yes, and it'll show you dynamically how big you're getting. Indeed it does. Oh, I should make that full grown if I'm going to fight Islander and heal myself. Give me my full nutrients, which should be working again. Yes, they are. Will there be a setting to turn off hitbox? Yeah, it's just a debug command that I added to the world, so usually it'll just look like this. Something I added for testing. What playables planned after Tropio? I believe it's either Packy or Draco. One of those are going to come next. Good, the footprint sounds are working. I want to hear... Yeah, that feels good. Good. So that attenuation is all working as well now. Somebody else just joined. We'll have to see who it is. Anyway, Islander, I need to hit you for a minute. Beautiful, so that just was green. I should have hit him. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, good, I can see. No, it's not hitting me. Ah, it's not good. Oh no. Did that damage you? Oh no. So the traces are there, but the damage isn't working now. Oh no. Well, I have something I need to fix now. But at least we can see that it is hitting. The amount of health that you have, it'll be equal to your weight. So you always know what your max health is. So Rano has a max health of 3,200. And then your icon down here will change color as you take damage. Unfortunately, it looks like damage isn't working right now. That's so weird. Oh. I have... Sorry, I should read the question. Is your PC under a lot of load? Islander, you're loud. No, I just have it capped at 60 FPS is all. It's just the in-game FPS counter is just a little off. If I uncap it, I should get something a little bit higher. Oh, hitting apply would be good. Yeah, I'm at 100. 116, 118, yeah. It's just that it's capped. Why does a Rhinosaurus have a second hump over its hips and not a smooth continuation from the main hump? I'm not sure, you'd have to ask Rar. He had modeled and designed it. I'm sure there's some skeletal reason. Yeah, it can be small too. This is the gameplay we want. How big will Peru be? Peru, I believe, is about 12.5 meters long. It's coming along. Rar's finishing it up. So you'll soon see a model in game. Will dinos be able to eat under the water? Yes. So I set it up so that eating has priority over water. So if there's food under the water, you'll be able to eat it. Speaking of, I need to see if we can drink now. Yes, we can drink. Arano does not have all of its vocals yet. Doesn't have the animations at the moment. As far as I know, the animator Kleiner is working on them. He's going to be shoving a bunch of them to me at once. The symbol above the food icon, that is your diet. The lower that gets, the less nutrients you have. So you can see it's at 73%, and that's not quite aligning up with the icon, so we might want to adjust that. My overall nutrients are at 72% right now. Yeah, but that's meant to show you visually how far along your diet is. Drinking sound stopped playing? Good to know. Not that far, just 12. Okay. Well, anything about Eocar change in game due to its reclassification as a Spinosaurid? We're just going to ignore it, as you said. Yeah, that's just one of the unfortunate things that happens with paleontology, is we get random stuff like that. I mean, who knows? Spinosaurus even could end up being entirely different one day from how it is. I mean, that's how it's always been, but yeah. Will it take long to grow a Spino? Of course, it will be longer compared to how large a creature is. It's snowing. Yes, Spinosaurus, I believe, is around the 9-hour mark base time, which if a good enough diet and starting from juvenile, that ends up being around 6 hours or so. Will the skin creator be similar to the owl one? Let me show you the skin creator. As I plop over, I love the physics. Let's look at the Eocar, because he should have colors. So you'll choose your dinosaur. Well, here's how you'll start. When you load into a game, you'll be able to have your save files. You'll be able to have one tribal and one dinosaur. So you'll choose dinosaur, and then you'll go and choose either omnivore, which should show nothing, but it shows Eocar for some reason. Herbivore, which is Arano, and then carnivore, which has the Eocar, of course. And it has just a short description about it. And from there, you'll be able to switch gender. So you can see the morph changing. The color had changed incorrectly. Let me jot that down. Okay, but you can see the gender does change. The reason the color changed is because it's trying to use the one's a specific highlight color for the female instead of the male. But yeah, you can change colors. Regional based is called. It's region based instead of location based. The flank, the side, male highlights, underbelly, to give us a little bit more flexibility in where each region is. I do like the red Eocar. You could use a few more colors though. Maybe we can do that on stream one day. You definitely do with a few more. And also it needs to be able to rotate. It's another thing I'd like to have. There we go. Yeah, it just needs a few more colors and stuff. There we go. I know, the textures look incredible. I'm really pleased. Eating has not stopped, and that is bothering me. I swear I fixed that last time, but I guess not. Yes, whoever that was, you knew exactly what I wanted before I even said it. Will the demo be for the public? Yes. It'll first come as a Patreon only for an undisclosed amount of time, but then yes, it will be public. Yeah, I need to enable damage then. Is the baby model implemented for Arano yet? Or is it still a scaled down adult? Still just a scaled down adult. The morphs are there, they just need a name change. What is combat going to look like in general? So every species will have its primary attack. So for Eocar, that's a bite. Just yesterday we had... I'm going to run away from them because they're loud. Just yesterday we had some discussions in the community Discord about different primary attacks. So, like Ceratopsians, they'll have a... See, I'm still going to say it's a bite, and Islander's going to yell at me. But it's like Ceratopsians will kind of go on their back legs a little bit, and then kind of push forward. And I'm hoping I can get like a bite in there, because I really do like the concept of Ceratopsians biting. So they'll do that, and like sauropods, I think Diplo now has like kind of like a little kick front with its front legs, one at a time. Something else has like a neck swing now instead. So we did work on the primary attacks. Now the alt primary attacks, those will all be remain the same. That's kind of your directional attack, so you know where your camera's facing is where you'll attack within a 45-degree range. And then you'll have your 2 special attacks, which is for the Eocar will be a grab. So if I were to hold right mouse button, I could have my mouth kind of probably gaping open, and then when I let it go, it would go lunge forward and grab onto somebody. And its other attack will be a triple bite. For Arano, it'll have its shove attack for the right mouse button, and then the alt RMB will be a broadcast type ability to give it some buffs and its herd members buffs. And for some other... Whoa. You look very special, Mr. Human. Or Miss Human, I guess. You're just bald. You take damage? I wonder if when I set up the traces, I forgot to set it so that it does damage, because I had to redo what the trace was called. It's called an anim notify. I had to redo that. So I wonder if I forgot to just apply damage and all that. What happens to your built structures if you log off as a human? I believe they remain. I believe they'll remain. But I need to test his night vision though, so sorry y'all. Ah, yes, it's working. Oh, it's gonna look so cool. It's gonna look so cool when we have proper foliage and stuff, just that stuff coming out of nowhere. How does it look for the adult? Decent. That's actually further than it's supposed to be, I feel. But maybe not. Hold on. I do have my little blocks over here. Good. Eocar is supposed to be, I want to say 3,000 centimeters, so it should be, and these are 5 apart, so it should be 6 of them should show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it is right. That just feels really far. I mean, I'm fine with it, but yeah. I mean, I guess if you're running through the forest and stuff, you won't be able to see as far. That kind of gives a little bit more incentive to go out into the plains. But at the same time, the plains are going to be more dangerous because you'll be able to see everything else easier, so your predators will be able to see you easier. Yeah, it's a good trade-off. Will this game fry your FPS? No, it shouldn't. So here are what my settings are. All medium, a couple in the high, just to make things pretty. And it looks like... Let me pull up some pictures. I took some screenshots then. Granted, you'll have to ignore the one portion. Yep, that one will do. So yeah, with those settings, mostly medium, some high, it looks relatively decent. I mean, I have a 3060 6GB, and that's a little under for what you would want. You know, you really want to try and have like 8GB of VRAM instead of 6, and that's why I have this little memory texture error. But overall, it still runs at 60 FPS. It looks fine and stuff. Like, I'm really happy for the game looking like this and running at 60 FPS on my setup. And I run the game on a laptop and stuff, so I would consider that a win. The day again. It is. Will there be? Do you guys aim for realism or a more fantastical approach? Will there be magical elements or unrealistic abilities you can do? I don't think so. Here, let me hide the screen again. Or it already is hidden. Good. Let me go open up the species ability list. And I'll take a look. There isn't anything super realistic. There's some stuff that's a little out there, but it's nothing crazy. Let's see. I'll just give some of the crazy, more crazy abilities that we have. So there's one species has, well, that's not actually, that's a realistic one actually. Dryosaurus. We're giving Dryosaurus a, excuse me, a blood squirt ability. So from its eye, it'll be able to shoot blood, and that'll have some weird effects on other species that it shoots at. I like the idea of having a Dryosaurus. I mean, it's so cliche to just have Dryosaurus run away from everything. So we decided to give it something a little bit more to let it fight back. So that's why we went with that. The rest of this stuff looks within things. I mean, there's an infection. Chasmosaurus has an infectious sneeze, which, you know, that's pretty realistic. I mean, if you sneeze, you're gonna spread particles and whatever, you know, disease. So it has that. Spicomelis, that has a spike dislodge, which would be quite interesting. Again, within realism, but it's a little bit more out there for a dinosaur. Let's see. The more out there ones are then like the thermal vision and echolocation, like Mypaz and Titanoboa, and Dracovanator. Those are a little bit more out there, but they still are within realistic standards. Mimicry, that's out there. That's Citipati has that, but again, it's within reason because there's stuff in the real world that has it. There's nothing here that wouldn't occur in the real world. Just some stuff might be a little bit more out there for a dinosaur than you might expect. With stopping dinos from mixed packing or humans mixed packing with dinosaurs, hard to tell. I mean, there's the anxiety system, so the dinosaurs, we could easily make them anxious of humans. Tribals are also very nutrient rich, so you'll want to eat as many tribals as you can. Yeah, something to think about though. I don't think we really have thought about that, keeping them away from each other, because they can if they want to. I mean, we want like the AI variants of dinosaurs and the tribals to coexist. That's the goal. But player dinosaurs, not so much. Humans be able to build? Yes. And will the tribal building be similar to Ark? I believe the concept we were going for is Rust, if you've ever played that. And will there be a skill tree or leveling system for tribals? Yes, as far as I know. Will there be sickness? Like if you eat the wrong thing as a human or eat rotten food, will you get sick? I'm not sure for humans, but for dinosaurs, that is also a yes. There is sickness and disease. Oh, somebody has the bald The bald bowler cut. I don't know what's up with the tribal textures right now. I wonder if it's my settings or something. Because that's... yeah, that's not how it's supposed to look. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna go away from him for a little bit. I might need to adjust that turning again. Just a smidge. It actually feels slower than I had it in editor, so that's weird. No, now it's gone all broken. Huh. Oh, there it goes. Nope, it's broken again. Nope, it's fixed. That's interesting. Luckily I have a recording, obviously, of this. I'll be able to look back on the live stream at all this stuff. That's what's really good about having these live streams, is I just can just wander around and do stuff, and then I can go back through and look at it and try to figure out what went wrong. How many of the base game carnivores will be cannibal? So, there won't be any species that is not a cannibal, as far as I know. So you'll be able to... oh no, Herney. You're under the map. You had a save game on the other map. Oh, you're gonna fall for a long time until somebody deletes your save. Anyway, what I was saying was... every dinosaur will be able to cannibalize itself. Other species, if it's members and stuff. It's not something we're looking to discourage. Because it happens, you know, in the real world if that is necessary. Hey Rar, how are you doing? Will there be skin variation depending on health? Like healthy male has more saturated displays and sickly male has less saturated and more gray displays? I'd like to try and do something like that. I definitely would. Will humans be able to feed player dinosaurs if they can feed NPC dinosaurs? Probably your dream is to be a lazy village hadrosaur. I just read that then. Probably not, because we want to try and discourage that interaction between the player dinosaur and the humans as much as possible. But I mean, hey, you could always get that modded in or something. And how will the life cycle of dinosaurs play out? So, when you spawn in, you'll spawn in as a juvenile. Who actually does have the turning I want. So maybe it's just the adult has a slower turning that I need to adjust. But you'll spawn in as a juvenile, and your first goal will be, as you can see, I have really low food and water right now. So your first goal will be to go and find water, probably, or food. And then from there, you'll kind of scope out the surroundings, kind of figure out what the area is like. Maybe look for an area that you want to go to. So if you're an herbivore, you'll probably want to look for an area that has, you know, food that is on your nutrient list. If you're a carnivore, you'll want to go to nutrient-rich areas, plant nutrient-rich areas, in the hopes that herbivores are there. Because carnivores do not have a set list of species. They just have, it's based on how many nutrients the prey has. So if this Eocar here had, you know, 78% nutrients, I'd get, I think it'd be like 125% nutrients per 100% of food I take in. So it's like a 1 to 25 or 1 to 1.25 ratio. If this Orano had only 2% nutrients, I'd get a much less amount. It scales between like 0.5 to 1.5 or 2, I believe. But that's the diet part, and then from there you want to just kind of play the game in your own way. You know, if you like to explore, go explore. If you like to do combat, go do combat. If you like to, you know, be a parent, go grow up, be a parent. And then you'll get skills and stuff based on that. You know, you'll where'd Rano go? He just went down. He just went down. Oh, he's still swimming. Okay. You'll get skills based on that stuff, and you'll improve yourself. So if you eat a lot of food, your stomach will get bigger. with that will come evolutions then. So evolutions are our kind of perk system. So based on different quote-unquote quests you do, you will earn these evolutions to apply in your next life. And it is the next life. You will not, if I'm playing this Eokar right now, and I get, you know, a lone wolf mutation, an alpha mutation, a mutation that gives me better bleed, I will not have that in this life. I will have to let my dinosaur kill off, and then I will, in my next life, as an Eokar, so I can play as like an Arano or something, I will be able to apply a set amount of those mutations. Or not mutations, evolutions, apologies. I say mutation because there's 3 different types of evolutions. There's generic evolutions, there's mutated evolutions, and then there are the genovariant evolutions. Controller support. Yes, probably. I think you could probably play as controller right now, but it's something definitely we want to look at. You know, console and controller is something a lot of people ask for. It's difficult, but it's something we do want to look into. No, I'm not trying to ignore any questions or anybody. There's, you know, over 50 of you guys, and how many of you are typing right now? So I just can't keep up with all of them, and sometimes my answers to my questions, you know, they go on for a while, and I get distracted easily, which is not helpful, but here we are. Can humans build houses on the ground, and can dinos destroy the houses? I think some materials like thatch and possibly wood, some dinosaurs will be able to destroy, but not like your big stone brick houses. How big is the team working on this game? There are a handful of us that are working on this almost full time. But there is another 20 or so of us, I think, maybe 30, that are more part-time. They're more so there if like we need an animation or a sound, or if we're looking for a soundtrack or something, we come to them and ask them about that. It's so hard to keep up with chat and work at the same time. I know. It's yeah. I mean, luckily I'm just running around and playing, so. But once I switch over to the editor, yeah, it's a mess. Will there be different biomes, not just different maps? Yes, I believe there's about a dozen or so different biomes planned. There's an Arano swimming. I should go do that. I should go swim as Arano. Do I have any colors? Maybe we'll go add some colors. Oh, I can change that. That's interesting. Can I spawn in like that? No, it corrects itself. That's disappointing. Sorry guys, I'm switching to daytime. Or nighttime. Because there's something off about this night vision. I mean, I guess it is right. I'll have to check it in editor then. Will there be nesting? Yes. That's me. This is me. My fault. The water post-processing, my fault. Fixed now, but it's my fault. Oh. Laser just... There we go, now I can sit. Will there be colors to choose from during a tech demo? I'm guessing yes. Yeah, I just haven't implemented some of them for Arano, but Eokar has some. Are we getting the Meg, like Megalodon or Megalania? Because both are a yes, but only Megalania will be playable. Megalodon is going to be AI only. It's going to be our world bird border. Could you tell us some of the environments currently in the game and the planned ones? Sure. So there's the redwoods, there's the swamp, there are the jungles, there's an arid desert, there's plains, there are snowy mountains, there's caves, there are, I think there's a volcano even. Can't think of any more, but I'm sure there's a couple more that I'm missing. If you live for long enough, will you start getting old? Like slower movement, less health, less stamina? No. As soon as you're an adult, you will stay adult forever because we do enjoy. Ooh, my head rotation just turned off for a second. Interesting. Like we as developers, we do enjoy playing as these dinosaurs and stuff, so we want to be able to have them. We know the community does, so we want to be able to have them for as long as possible without getting weak and old and stuff and being forced to restart. But also there's stuff you can still do as an adult. You can nest, you can set up your territory, you can get evolution still as an adult. It's not just during growth that you do that, it's also during the adult stage. Any information on Udon? Oh, bleh. The guy with the big head, the Triceratops with the big head. Udonceratops. Yes, if you ask it, what do you want to know? Possibilities of Sinoceratops? Probably not. I mean, we're pretty happy with the roster. I mean, there's still a chance of things being added, but we'll see. Will all semi-aquatics float? Will some trot on the river/lake beds? I think all of them are going to float. I mean, some of them might, when they're down here like this, more so touch the bottom than others. Yeah, it depends. Fully aquatic playables? Yeah, so there's a couple fish, Crudioxorhynea, Onychodus. They're both cannot go on land at all. If they do, they'll start to die. One of them is a giant shark, and the other one is like a piranha fish that can unhinge its jaws. It's really quite interesting. But yeah. Will there be progress loss upon PvP deaths? Yes, you'll lose everything. You'll restart right from juvenile again. And are you getting modded dinos? Yes, one day. General information for Udano. It's placed in development. I have no idea what it looks like beyond the first 7 dinosaurs. So we have Arano, Eocar, Tropio, Peru, Draco, and Paki, and then the mystery dinosaur that you guys have been trying to guess for a little bit now. We have those ones planned out, but the rest of them we have no idea where they're going to come. As per playstyle, let me pull up my little sheet. Good, it didn't show it to the entire screen. I'm glad. I haven't looked at it too much. If I remember correctly, yes, okay. So it likes to stick to larger herbivores, but it can defend itself. And we want to give it quills on its tail that are venomous. So what those venomous quills will do is they'll drain stamina, I believe, and tire out the dinosaur. So essentially what you'll want to do is keep your tail end to other dinosaurs, flick your tail up at them, and impale them with those quills and venom, and then start running away and maybe find a friend or something. If that doesn't work, you have a back kick, a directional head attack, bite. Udanoceratops is a massive head. It's going to have a pretty strong bite force. But yeah, playstyle-wise, I'd say Udano is going to be either a very aggressively played playable, or it's going to be one of those that just sticks to everybody else and kind of just looks for comfort in them. Not caps lock, tab. How big will servers be? There will be, I think it's 100 players to start, I believe, yes. Will other crocodiles come to the game like Sarcosuchus or Deinosuchus? Probably not as, well, if you count it's some weird Mahajangasuchus or something like that. It's like a Caprasuchus, if you count that, that's coming, but anything else will probably have to be modded in. Would humans be able to prepare and cook meals that gives temporary buffs? I'm sure of that. I'm sure it will. Ooh. Okay, so if you bite in water, you do that. Hold on, I need to check that with Viacar real quick. So what game do you guys want to make this game? Dissatisfaction with the Isle. I think I speak for everybody on the development team that we're not here to make this in protest of any other games. Isle, Path of Titans, Ark, anything like that. We're here because we want to make a dinosaur game, and we're happy to make one and create it for the public. I think that's the big thing. We're making this for the community, for the public, you know. And I think it's all. I think, from a personal point of view, I do believe competition is good. I need to mark that down. Yeah, I think competition is good, though. No, thank you. Sorry, just marking something down. When you're standing still, you can still bite. I have to make it so when you're swimming, you can't do that. Bite when swimming is wrong. There was another thing that I think I forgot to mark down. The swimming thing will be fixed then. Oh. Damage doesn't work. What range weapons will tribals have access to? I believe there'll be like a bola, spear, possibly a slingshot, and they have a bow right now. Official mod support with the Steam Workshop? One day, yes. One day, absolutely. Will there be a diet system? Yes, we call it our nutrient system. The way it works is, let me get on land and run away from these guys making a bunch of noise, and then I'll explain it to you. Hopefully before I start to drown. Look, you sink when you start to drown. Do I lose oxygen? My head is above. Yes, I'm starting to lose oxygen. Okay, hurry up. Onto land, please. There we go, okay. We're gonna run away from all these hooligans to describe our nutrient system. That should be far enough, okay. So the way the nutrient system works is L. Yes, okay, so you'll have 5 different types of nutrients: carbs, fats, proteins, minerals, and vitamins. And each of those has a different pathway associated with it. So carbs will affect your stamina and endurance. Proteins help with your health and blood. And I forget how the rest of them kind of play out. But the rest of them are fats, vitamins, and minerals. And what you'll do is, this is a temporary UI, of course. It'll be implemented into the character tab then. Is you'll drag and select just how many points you want to put into each of these pathways. So I want to have a full carb pathway, which will give me a really high stamina, endurance, pool, and regen. However, because I do not have any of these, I'll incur debuffs. I believe it's between -5 and -10% depending on the level. I think like health regen and fracture regen, it's -10%, but blood, or all the regens are -10%. The blood pool is -5%. In general, that's the way it works. Yes, I know you can drink anywhere on the map. I fixed it. But yeah, so you'll want to kind of balance things out, and that's why having this kind of balance of a little bit of one in each. Yeah, I just can't count. One of each is going to be your best bet. But you can always, I mean, me, I like to explore. I don't like to do combat too much, but so I'll probably have this down, this down. I mean, this is what I would do. And maybe put one into here. Yeah, this is probably the pathway I would take, you know, because I like to explore a lot. I don't want to have to worry about getting my food and water as much, and you know, I want to have enough stamina to explore. And if I do get into a combat situation, I want to have a little bit of help. But the rest of it, I feel like I can deal with on my own, so I wouldn't drink or worry about that as much. Oops, L. There we go. Yeah, that'll be implemented into a tab here. We'll have little sections over here so you can click and switch between tabs. Can you make humans faster? Yeah, we wanted to do that last time, and I think we just forgot to implement the new speeds. How big are the biomes? It would be weird to have like snow and desert right next to each other. No, it won't. I mean, I don't know how big they are exactly. You'll have to ask Air. But as far as I know, none of that occurs. Like, I think it's like the bottom around like the ocean is a desert, and then it moves into like a plains, then into like a swamp and forest, and then it goes up into like the redwoods, and there's the mountainous areas there as well. Do you guys have elders / super adults? No, but we will have something called genovariants, and those kind of act like an elder. Essentially, after you've gained enough DNA points while playing the game, you'll be able to gestate a new version of your species with a bunch of different evolutions, a special evolution related to genovariants. You'll get some custom skins and morphs, and then you'll be able to play as that. Will humans hunt dinosaurs not just for fun, but for food? Absolutely. You'll be able to eat them, harvest stuff from them. I mean, I think one of the ideas we had was having a custom skull for every dinosaur, so you could collect all them. Some dinosaurs you'll be able to collect special items like Stegosaurus Thagomizer, you know, a T-Rex tooth. Is the Eocar idle animation fixed? What was broken about it? I don't remember it being broken. I mean, I'll let it sit here and see, but... How much faster? I feel like tribal people who live in the wild should be pretty fast compared to a normal dude. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. I think their current speed is about 20 kilometers an hour or so. So maybe a 50% boost, maybe up to 25, maybe up to 30. I don't know. We'll have to see how it feels and how it looks with the animations. Will there be Velociraptor? No. And what are you excited for? I'm excited to get the tech demo to let you guys get your hands on this. I'm excited to run away from these guys and not have to hear them battling each other when damage is not enabled. Yeah, I think I'm really just excited to get this tech demo out and get everything fixed up and ready for you guys right now. But after that, I'm really excited for you know, evolutions, genovariants, and that kind of stuff. I think like the end game, I'm really excited for the end game and the stuff in between, you know, territories, nesting, hygiene, and stuff. But game looks great, but out of curiosity, why does the Eocar run like it's got low gravity? Just seems to be a bit floaty. Yes, I agree. I think Islander has said that as well. It is a little bit floaty right now, and we are working on a new animation for it that's a little bit more oomph in the legs and stuff. It's something we've noticed, but it's one of those that's you notice it, but it's not super important. So it's kind of, it's there, we hear it, we notice it, but it's not something we're entirely going to be fixing like right away. You know, it's not like the damage bug. It's not going to be entirely game breaking. When humans kill a dinosaur, could the humans be able to take the hide and make armor / clothing? Yes, exactly. Exactly that. The last time he got fat because the other Eocar's idle model. You mean like the nutrients thing? How he got thin and large, or because there was somebody else inside him? Because I do need to fix that. So I can't do a one-time payment. Also, if it's 20 for EA to the game, and it doesn't give me an NPC unless 200, but that makes sense. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you ping somebody else. You ping somebody else. Never mind. Thanks for reading all the responses. Of course, I really do enjoy these streams. Genovariants are sort of like Isle strains, but less intense. Not really. I mean, as far as I know, Isle strains are just completely like big hybrids of the dinosaurs. Ooh, he has a bit of an underbite when he's running. But our Geno variants are just going to be, you know, the Eocar you see right here, but maybe a little bit beefier or something. And it'll have a special ability, and special evolutions, a special skin. But nothing as extreme as the Isles, like Hypos or whatever they're called now. Will there be another fundraiser after the tech demo? Maybe? I don't know. I think Patreon's going to keep going on. I don't know if there's anything else after the tech demo. I guess it really depends on how well we do and if we feel we need it. How are you guys going to pull something like this with these features without a massive the Isle budget? To that I would say, take a look at what we've pulled off so far on the little budget we've had. You know, ooh, that was a pretty good fall and you survived that. I like that. But, you know, we have a very little budget. I don't want to talk about it too much because that it is kind of more so Islanders' expertise. I do know a little bit. What I can share is that, you know, we work for what we work for, and like it's enough to get us to this kind of level. And like imagine what we could do if we had the full funding that we're going to be hopefully getting from our tech demo and everything. And that's kind of what I would say to that. If we can do this much with the little budget that we have, imagine what we could do with a huge one. Will there be overpowered dinosaurs, something that's not killable without a massive pack? I mean, depends. I mean, a T-Rex... Okay, let's take it this way. A T-Rex is probably always going to be able to go head-to-head with a Triceratops. Maybe not always winning, but it'll be able to go head-to-head with it. A single Utah Raptor is going to get destroyed going against a Triceratops. So in that sense, yes, you need a lot of Utah Raptors to take down a Trike. But I don't think there'll be anything that just flat-out can't be killed by a single other thing. Ooh, that's trippy. Will it be questing like Path of Titans or just purely passive growth? Sped up or slowed down depending on health, like the Mirax's specimen being over 50, not full size. It'll be passive growth. And it's dictated based on, I believe, just diets at the moment, and also your well-being, which is a part of diets. Just replying to Pretzel. Turning is a little bit delayed and slow on the adult, but yeah, it's correct on the juvie, I believe. -1, thank you very much for the donation. We love your work. Keep going. We're also excited for this game. Yes, so am I. I really can't wait for you guys to get to see all this. Will there be natural disasters? I believe so. I mean, sorry everybody. There's a thunderstorm. That's the closest we have right now. But there'll be... Yeah, whoever changed that back, thank you. But there'll be, I think, some stuff like... Hey. There'll be... I think we've won something like a volcano eruption. Maybe some other things in here and there, I'm not quite sure. Nothing too extreme, though. Flooding. So you're saying most of the devs are invested in the game instead of paid before development? I cannot speak for all of the developers. For me personally, I'm paid based on something that my contract dictates. I can't share what, but I get paid based on something. Everybody else I cannot speak for, and I don't want to speak for. As far as I know, Islander sets up a contract for every single one of our programmers, or not programmers, developers, and they read through it and they sign it, so I'm assuming everybody's happy with that. If somebody's unhappy, I'm sure they would have said something to Islander or not signed the contract. Certain animals will be able to one-shot others, like, you know, T-Rex against Utah, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, yeah. I don't think it would be most creatures, but when you have something that kind of a size difference, it's going to happen. How many pterosaurs will it be? 4. And there is not a Quetz. There is Aramborginia, I believe it's called. It's very similar to Quetz. There's also Tropiognathus, Tapijar, which is an herbivore, and Nemlicalopterans. I know you guys want to counter mix packing with stress levels, but why can't players just stick around each other, but not close enough to trigger the stress level? And thus you have found the big problem that I've been trying to solve this entire time with mix packing. It's almost impossible to solve, if not impossible. I mean, we can try to mitigate it as much as we can by making it so close together. It's, you know, it looks a little more realistic at least. But yeah, players are always going to find a way around it. It's what humans do. We always try to find our way around it, solve a problem. It's just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. We will do everything we can, though. Everything we can to keep people from mix packing. But buy early access, would I need to buy it once or keep a subscription? Once and done. Once and done. You have to buy the $20 sub-adult tier on Patreon or send a one-time payment to Islander. Well, don't DM him. Send a ticket in our Discord and we can get you set up with that. But yeah, just one time. We do appreciate you donating, you know, for as much as you can, for as long as you can, but in the end it's your money, you put it where you want it. How strong will the melee weapons for humans be? Not entirely sure. I don't balance tribals. I only balance the dinosaurs at the moment. I used to do tribals, and but as far as I know, they should be strong enough to help you defend yourself. But I mean, you know, you're not going in as a naked human with a spear and defeating, you know, even an Eokar or something. You're gonna, it's more about the armor and stuff, and like, you're gonna want ranged weapons, you know, that kind of stuff. Which animal in the roster am I most excited for? That's a very difficult question. And it's difficult because I've worked with all these dinosaurs already with setting up their stats and abilities and play styles, so I kind of know how all of them work and I can treat all of them as like children to me. But, I mean, I love Minmi, I love Anki, so they're probably going to be my favorite ones. I love Rex because of Jurassic Park. And there's some other abilities like Mipe and Draco Venator. I'm even really excited for Tapijar because it's an herbivorous flyer. Like, that's huge, that's new, that's not something we've ever seen, I don't think, in like one of these other games in the genre. Like, that's really, really exciting. Could there be an apex for each section, like an apex for water, land, and air? Yeah. I was just going through Giga's stats yesterday, actually, and I was thinking about that. Prue and Spino are the brawlers and bleeders of the water. Giga and Rex are the brawlers and bleeders of the land. Now the air is a little tricky, because, you know, if you're able to fly, you're going to be pretty lightweight. I mean, Aram is only, I think, 250, maybe 300 kilos. That would have hit him, haha. So it's going to be difficult to be considered an apex that light. How are you guys going to give incentives to make players play smaller dinosaurs or playables? I mean, I think one of the big incentives is time. I mean, larger dinosaurs take much more time to grow. So if you have a short time to grow it, I mean, you could log off, of course, and grow it the next day. But if you just want to get in quick and run around as an adult, you know, go Utah Raptor, be done in half an hour, not half an hour, 60 minutes, I think it is, at the shortest amount of time. If you play the smaller dinosaurs, they're quicker to grow, they're quicker to collect those points and stuff to get geno variants, so it's quicker to kind of get those more advanced skin or abilities and then get skins and stuff. Granted, you'll only be able to have them for that species, but if that's your kind of thing. Smaller species also tend to have a few more, a little bit more unique mechanics, and that's mainly because, like, it's really cool giving something thermal vision or letting it burrow or climb or, you know, have a flesh tear. But that gets really broken when we start giving those things to Rexes and Gigas and stuff. So those smaller ones kind of get to have the more fun, complex mechanics. simply because it's easier to balance them. I mean, granted, Rex still has a clamp that it can grab stuff and slam it on the ground, but it's not nearly as enjoyable as having a Rex with thermal location and then being able to, you know, latch onto something. Granted, Rex, Spino, Giga, all those things have the cool wow factor because they're giant carnivores, so it balances out. I'm sorry, did I hear Minmi? Absolutely. Minmi was one of the first things I threw on the roster. I wasn't letting that guy go. Biggest dinosaur in the game. Diplodocus, yes. Almost said Diplodocus. I'm not weird like that. If you say Diplodocus, I don't know where you're from, but it's Diplodocus here. And when fully released, what will the game cost? Between 20 to 30 USD. How long will Apexes take to grow? Good question. Let's get the sheet out. So, I'm going to give you 4 different times, and I'm going to give you them for Peru. From longest to shortest, and this is in hours. A Peru, from a hatchling, fresh from the egg to full adult, no diet boost, takes 8 hours. Fresh, or a fresh spawn, juvie, no diet boost, 6.8 hours. Now, here's where it gets more fun. Boosted growth, a max 35% diet, boosted growth, plus wellness, will get you a Peru in 5.2 hours from a hatchling. From the juvie, full boosted growth, well-being bonus, 4.42 hours. So when I give you those base times of 8 hours, it's about 45%, between 45 and 50% shorter time if you did everything right. So yeah. Our longest growth is 12 hours with Diplo, but you can get that thing done in about 6.6 hours if you really, really push. So pretty much everything except Diplo and Magna. Yeah, everything except Diplo and Magla are under 6 hours if you put everything into it. If you do everything right and you're really working at it. Granted, I think most players are going to be only doing that you only be about that between 50 to 60% of the time. So I'd say for Peru, from a juvie that takes 6.8 to 4.8 hours, I'd say you'd probably get a Peru done in about 5 hours or so. Maybe 5.5 if you're going a little slow and taking your time, but yeah. How many players per server? We're starting with 100, hopefully. And a predator pick up a human with its jaws or hands. There are a couple that have those abilities. Spino has an ability where it can pick you up if you're small enough and slam you on the ground. I think I actually have it set up so it depends. Like if you're small enough, you get picked up and you get slammed. If you're large enough, you get just pinned down and it'll start to bite at you. If you're too big, it'll kind of just push you down. Titanoboa is going to be in the game. You can't find the roadmap? Check our Discord and then check under social links, I think. I think it's under social links. Would Titanoboa be able to constrict smaller species in itself? Yes. Yes, indeed. Excuse me for just one moment. I don't think I've ever yapped this much during a stream. I need to get some water. Are large servers feasible? Absolutely. What's this engage with your audience thing? Oh. Start a poll, start QA, interesting. Will Peru hunt when it first comes out? Will there be other Perus to hunt? And how often will you encounter players of the Peru? I can answer the first one, yes, it'll be able to hunt. I don't know how many other Perus there will be though, because it's all dictated by the players. No, who did rain? Exactly, that's what I thought. How will Titanoboa eat? Swallow its prey whole? Probably. It'll be really interesting when we get to there and how we're going to do that, because everything else just takes bites and swallows. But like Titanoboa, yeah, it's a snake. It usually swallows its prey whole. So yeah, that'll be interesting and tricky to get right. Who are you? I know there's one of these buttons. Nope, not that one. One of these buttons. One of these buttons. Oh. Does the sniff work? Hold on, I need to test this real quick. I forgot how freaking awesome that sound is. That's incredible. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, that was awesome. But it loops though, which is weird because the drinking islander said didn't loop. Ooh. But I can hear scent from far away. Really hate sound. Sound is not my forte. Sound and UI are not the things I can do in Unreal very well. I always have to come asking for help with those. Give me a dinosaur and some animations, I can make it work. Don't make me do UI. Sorry for asking again, but if we buy Early Access 20 tier on Patreon, will we need to buy Release again on Steam? No. You buy it once, you get the game. You'll get a Steam key, and then you'll be ready to go. Both with the tech demo and the full release of the game. You can't smell water? Let me check. You should be able to, but maybe there isn't a pinpoint set up yet. I think it might be set up with the old system. Because it should have showed up by now. Yeah. You're supposed to be able to, but it doesn't show up because it's not set up with this watery right now. Yeah, I need to adjust that sound. Let me add that. How are you guys able to animate all the constriction animations for Titanoboa without parts magically going through each other? Wouldn't that take ages? I think to that I'll answer we'll get there when we get there. It's not something I really want to think about now when we got the tech demo and other dinosaurs on our hand right now. I have some really cool ideas that I want to try in Engine to get it to work, but you know, it won't happen until we get there. Will there be safe drinking spots? There will not. Every waterway is connected. There's very little shallow water and stuff. I mean, you're always going to have that fear of the water. I need your feedback though on this. Is this night vision too much? Is it too little? Is it just right? It's really hard to tell on a test level, to be honest, but I mean, from what you guys can see, how is it feeling? Distance-wise. Alright, I need somebody. You. No. Okay, I want you just out of view. Okay. I want to see how much reaction time I have. 0, 1, 2. About 2 seconds, maybe a little bit more because I'm slow, but that's roughly what I want it to be. I think having 2 seconds reaction time is good. Just right? Yeah. I mean, this is Eocar. It's supposed to have the literal average. So everything else will be a little bit lower, a little bit higher. It is average night vision. Yeah, if it looks good, then yeah, I think it'll be good then. But you can always... Which one is it? This one? Confirm. Made my stuff go away. Let me go run over. Oh, I'm thin now. Because I lost most of my nutrients. Send icons are distorted from the actual image. But look at that. Okay, let's see. Spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now. Okay, I just had to turn it off on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah! So if you have a full night vision, which I do, it's just not showing up because this test, you get up to 3.5 meters. 35 meters, I should say. Now if I take that all away, give me that. Oh no, don't heal. I don't want any diet whatsoever. Perfect. It's too loud. Okay. So there is something I need to adjust. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just about 30 meters. I have no diet stuff. That change with a little bit. I need to set it up so that anytime the diet changes, your range will change, or at least set it up so it changes every few seconds. Because I don't want people to be able to have a lower diet and then it changes. And always have it on. Or if you were to change to it, have full diet and you have it on and it doesn't look like you have it. Because you'll see as soon as I hit V, yeah, it jumps up. So yeah. Okay. Time of day. It's just Islander and I now. I should go fix damage. Goodbye, Islander. Been a good and faithful servant. Alt F4 because I'm lazy. Alright, open the project. Let's see, questions. Herbivore night vision should be significantly worse? Yes, I'll show you Aranos. Triceratops and Pachycephalosaurus will have some of the worst night vision. I believe it's only about 20 meters, so you know, two-thirds of what we just saw there with the Eocar. Do you guys eventually have sauropods? Absolutely. I can try night vision on the test level if I add some more trees. Yes, I'm going to add some trees and do that. You guys taking scaling into account because in the aisle the grass and bushes make downfillers feel so small. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I mean, I know Air has done a little bit of scaling with the plants and foliage in the map. The dinosaurs are being scaled to their correct scale and engine. It's difficult to change a character scale outside of that because it ends up messing with speeds and, you know, other math related things. Turning and head rotation. Just writing something down. Okay. Now it needs to load everything. Will Meg have a poisonous bite? Megalania? Yes, it has a venomous bite. Come on. It's just because it async loads everything, so the first time you open it in editor, it... Oh! Congrats, you get to see my home screen now. Nobody screenshot what kind of games I play. It's embarrassing. Okay, so turning. It's the first thing I wanted to take a look at real quick. And then we'll do damage. Yeah, it's slow. Okay, okay. We have a lot of stuff we can change for that. That's okay. Adult, let's put that at, let's double it. Yes, that's better. Yeah, okay, so we're good now. Okay, now. Not mesh paint, foliage. For all of you that want to get into Unreal, this paint density button, make sure that's like a really low number if you don't want to entirely explode your computer. Also, there's something I need to do first. Okay, now I can paint. Yeah, whatever. Oh no! That's actually not too bad. Let's just not do the rocks. Bring that down a lot lower. There we go. The higher, there we go. Okay, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, that's good. Your EO has a cool skin on it. Does it? I didn't know. It's just a normal one, I thought. I mean, if you mean this one over here. This one, yeah, this one's cool. I can't wait for this one to be in-game. I'm not sure if I can switch it. I don't think it's set up to have a different texture right now. Anyways. Time of day, 12. Full growth. Night vision on. Yes, okay, yes. Okay, okay, things look much better now. This is how it would be on like a normal map. Again, incentive to go kind of into the plains, but that's where the good night vision predators will be. I like this a lot, actually. I'm surprised I'm not like lagging with this many trees. Error has done a phenomenal job optimizing them. This is interesting though. Is this tree just really tall? It is. It's just... it's freaking massive. You set your density to 75? No, you can't do that. if I did that, it doesn't allow that. But if I like, okay, I will do 0.1, and you'll see what I mean. Like, you see these numbers here, 76, 73. Okay, that's pretty good. Suddenly we're up to 1,000. And that's on 0.1. It's just crazy. There's no reason for that. I don't understand. Don't understand. Okay. Remove this foliage, though, because I did want to paint it over here. Oh, no, not on 0.1, though. Whose comment did I read? Who do I get to blame for that? Abiel Reyes? Still too high. Yeah, that's fine. Get bigger. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now, damage. Remember, we worked on these last time, and I've since edited stuff. No, that's there. Alright, you guys get the hidden screen for a few minutes. Let's see. Receive and okay. My favorite node, print string. Foliage. My computer's about to kill me. The only way to test this is to have 2 people on. And what that means is I have to run 2 instances of the game right now. Two players. Can't wait to crash! And get like 5 FPS, because I'm streaming. Oh, only... Okay, 25. I can work with this. I can 100% work with this. Okay. Okay, that's my other character. He's... Whoops. See? He moves. He does stuff. If I... show debug. Damage trace is 1. Okay. So it is saying you're hitting stuff, but you're not... Okay, back to the hidden screen. Can you see how mutations work here, or if Dino's going to get with any with growth? Well, we have evolutions. The way they work is you'll work towards them through quote quests within the game. You'll earn them to apply in your next life. So stuff like bleeding out your prey 5 times will give you some sort of, you know, bleeder evolution that you'll be able to apply. Stuff like that. So it's not... It doesn't see anything as a... So we're checking to see the actor is valid, obviously. Okay, so what if... yeah, hot pink is valid. And then out of the is valid, we're going to check to see if it's a thingy. That one. Okay, let's see. Take 2. Will sexual dimorphism have an impact on gameplay, like some males and some females being bigger, or is it purely aesthetic? Purely aesthetic as far as I know. None. None. Okay. Yes, Islander. Ah. Yes. I know. I apologize. It's fine. Wasn't anything important. You're hitting the landscape and the cube. Questions, let's see. Cold biomes are planned. Somebody had asked, Gorilla had asked, would you think of doing a cold biome? Yep, they're planned. These things block visibility, right? They have to. Yeah. No? No? Well, that would explain it. There. I fixed it. As soon as we do another build, it'll be fine. Watch this. Maybe don't watch this. It's not fixed. Oh, wrong thing. One moment. Is this still centered? Sorry, I grabbed the wrong thing. If it's not centered, let me know then. I accidentally grabbed OBS instead of the Unreal editor. Okay, so they're being hit now at least. That's good. Don't care about this. I only care about this one. I want to see this. And also, I'm not sure if you answer this question, Furious, but permadeath is going to be a thing, right? Yes, absolutely. You die, you restart. Okay. Was it? Okay, I might have just been down in debug here. Hold on. No hatchling sound, but no. Okay. Maybe. Welcome to my life, everybody. I sit in a chair and make dinosaurs fight each other all day. Until they do what I want. No, still nothing. Why? Print string all the actors. Discord roster. It is located. If you go to game questions, you can ask Mini Echo Bot. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't wanna take up any more stream time doing that though with the screen hidden. I'll keep those open though to work on them later. Ooh, I can check out dev test level now. Good. Anyways, back to looking at night vision for a little bit. Oh, and underwater stuff. Paint. Yes, okay. Let's see how well I can navigate in a full-on forest. How about that? As a single player. And I'll answer some questions while doing this. What's the most advanced equipment humans can have? The farthest along we're getting is about the Copper Bronze Age. Crossbows, you know, bronze, copper weapons, and armor, that kind of thing. Here, buddy. It's time to survive. First we swim, so I can show Islander that the blue screen of death doesn't exist, unless you're underwater. It's broken. Islander, if you're watching, I'm sorry, I lied. Okay. No, it's working. Now it's not. Now it is? No, it's not. Okay. I mean, I know what the issue is, but It's not going to be blue screen of death everywhere in the forest now, at least. I didn't lie, I just exaggerated the truth. Oh yes, this is truly awful. I love it, actually. I love it, because you're actually forced to kind of appreciate and walk through the forest rather than run around the entire time. My stamina going up? My stamina's going back down. See, it's just some silly thing with this swimming system. So it always keeps the tech demo from coming out. It's just all these silly little things that pop up, and we're just like, gotta get this fixed up. We don't want to be releasing this, so. Irano still looks like a crocodile. Yeah, I haven't implemented the new icons yet. It's been another week. This isn't too bad though. I mean, I'm a juvenile, so as an adult, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit more crowded. Hope nobody's claustrophobic. Oh. Oh, I drowned probably because my oxygen was going down for whatever reason. Okay. Underwater vision. It should just be the default stuff. We have to do a little bit of trickery, so let's see, where does this come into play? There's something. Oh, I know there's something. Where is it? Where is it? It's where is it? Or something, because it's a default water plugin, so it has a height below, but I have to put it so that it can have that height below, the depth, I should say. Rhino can't breathe in the air. Furious making Minecraft villager noises. I am not. Am I? Will you be able to have more than one dino slot per server? I don't think so. I don't think so. If there's an Unreal Engine developer on here, if you could let me know in your post-process volume where you where you set the depth of the water, that would be very nice. I think it's here, but like, which part of it is it? Okay, I'm gonna try something. It's not gonna work, and then I'm gonna question why it didn't work. Yeah, making it darker while it goes below. That's it. It's the default Unreal plugin that we use. It's just I had to do some modifications to it, to make it work for the client. with changing ranges and stuff. It's a really weird thing. I don't appreciate it. I'm going to plug this one in. And it's going to work. I know it is. Max population goal. Starting with 100, we want to get up to 200 one day. Who told me that would work? Because it certainly did not work. How about you? What if I plug in a big number here? Oh, that was it actually. I need a really big number though. 2.5 e to the 30th. That's a lot of zeros. But it made me go down a little bit. I think I wonder if it's in like, it's like millimeters or something. Cause like it's working, but it's only going, oh, maybe it's not working as well as I thought it was gonna work. Okay. Well, what if I put it at this? I know the documentation is not going to tell me anything about this, because they want you to use it the way they have it. So it doesn't matter. Another question, will the Purosaurus have nictating membrane when it goes into the water? It would be really cool if it has that animation. That'll be up to the animating team to decide if it has that or not. I guess I can, since it's all default Unreal Engine stuff, I can show you this. Oh. I like that. I'm gonna keep that one in mind. If I can't figure this out, I'm going to shove Minnie on the case. Or one of our new programmer, Eric, maybe. Oh, that was cool. That's interesting. Huh. Not what I wanted, but hey, it's cool. Which one of these? You? Do the lerp I want? I think so. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. You're the one I want, so you. Something about you. I already did that. was this silly little thing that they have to do? Cancel. Cancel. It's not that. Since we're talking about depth and we're trying to figure out that. It's not range or fog. Probably not. Shove that over there. Clean it up a little bit. It always leaves stuff so messy. So this is the band. The little squiggly line that you see between underwater and above water. So that's what this slurp does, based on this. And it goes between this, which goes between the fog, or between normal things. So this alpha dictates that. I can't just multiply it by something, because that just does weird things, so I need... I know what I want. I want... Where is it? I know it's something like that. There is a Discord. Check the description box of the stream. Should be like the second or third one, maybe the first one even. No, I think the first one is Steam. I do still use this. Just for fun. I'm waiting for Chica to just pop into chat and be like, it's actually this, and then it's fixed. If this doesn't work, I am gonna probably... Ooh, okay. Hold on. So now it... What if we... Negative. Negative numbers are always so fun. Bear with. Okay. So now if we sink down... No! It's still broken. Are you guys gonna have seamless growth? Yep. Seamless. Okay, back to the water. Ugh. I know I'll figure it out eventually, it's just the joys of working with something I didn't make myself and nobody on the team made, so can't ask each other really. And I have to look at Unreal documentation, which is not always the best to look at. Crab bosses. Look at him. We love our horseshoe crabs. Peak evolution right there. It's fine. Even if it doesn't work, I still learn that, nope, that's not right, and it's not right. Here we set the correct water height. Tech demo will be free, yes. This usually would be plugged in here. So excited for the game? Same. Same. Just a few more little kinks here and there. And tribals have a few things they need done, and there's a few global things that need done, and we need the map finished up. And the dinosaurs just have a few, well, not a few, it's a plethora of little things that need done and tweaks. Just all takes a little bit of time. But it'll be there. It'll get done soon. And it's almost 8 o'clock. I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's fine. I'm making pork chops then. Don't mind me. Sometimes when I can't think of a solution, I just go through and clean up stuff and make it organized, and then voila, I think of the solution. And sometimes I just plug in random numbers and see what happens. Sometimes that helps. Since that didn't help. It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be anything down here. It can't be. It can't be. Unless it could be. I mean, it could be. But why would it be? Always find a solution when you fall asleep? I always find a solution. It's so stupidly funny. I ping Chica, or I ping Islander. I don't think this is possible. I can't figure it out. Can you help me with this? 2 minutes later, I figured it out. But I can't do that now because I just told you that's what happens, and if I were to go do it, it's not going to work. Can I show you Dino? We don't have Dino unless you mean Dino Kairos, but that one's not modeled yet. Peru is modeled, but it is not completed, nor is it ready. I had showed it last stream, so if you go look for it in the last stream, you can look at it. We should have some images on our Discord as well. Check the dev blog, check previous streams with RAR developing it. But it is not an engine yet in a complete state. It's not that. It's not that. We tried this because we made this a really arbitrarily large number and nothing happened. It's not this or this because I changed these values to figure out how far you can see underwater. And this dictates exactly how between if you have fog or if you have normal viewing things. I mean, I guess it could be this. If it's lerping between normal stuff and the fog and stuff, and if you were to go below a certain thing, because this does talk about having a fake depth, it's possible that it is still using this node here, but you're not seeing anything. How many dinos will the game have when the game is ready? Not the tech demo. I have no idea when the game's ready, and I have no idea how many dinosaurs there will be when it is considered ready. I think the plan though is at least having the basic 4 done, but after that, I don't know how many more will be done. A is less than 0, so what if... Because 0 would entitle that there's no fog for extinction. So if we don't allow that to happen... I really thought it did. It's fine. Okay, let's see. We're gonna ignore this. See what happens. Exactly, Pretzel, exactly. You get it. It is gonna be this though, because nothing changes with this. Yes, I'm gonna put this on 0.5. I could have... Yes, so I should have a little bit. Now let's see... Okay, so it's not... Oh, that's not gonna help me though. I mean... it sort of helps because it's... Okay, now it should always be blue. Yes, even if I go under, which means it's gonna that will prove that this node is not the issue. Yes, because if I were to be underneath with this is on, I know what I'm saying. So it has to be something out of this sector here. But again, we try. I can try adding. We did multiply it by 10 or something. I'll try adding it just to see what happens, but I don't think that's gonna fix it. It definitely didn't fix it. No, why would you add it? That's such a silly mistake that I just made. It's 8 o'clock, it's getting too late, I'm hungry. I'm not gonna be able to fix this tonight. Or could I? The other problem I have as a programmer. I'm always like, yeah, I can fix this, I can do this, and suddenly it's 11 or 12 o'clock at night. And I'm like, okay, I can't fix it, I'm just getting angry at it, and it's just breaking every time, so we're gonna stop. It's fine. It'll fix itself one day. But it is 8 o'clock. I should get off. I should log off, go eat, and get ready for tomorrow and my weekend. I have an amazing weekend planned. We're going down to Virginia and we're going to go on, if anybody here is a train person, I do like my trains. I'm going to ride on the NNW 611 this weekend. Really excited for that, so that's what I'll be doing. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend. Today is Thursday, so we still do have Friday tomorrow. If you're in school, have fun there. At work, have fun there. But hopefully see you guys next week then. I'm hoping we get another QA build out. If not, we'll have one by the 31st, definitely. And then we can do another stream then. What's with the zombie dino? It's spooky month, so we have the zombie dinos that we had last year. I'm going to see, maybe we'll implement them again for some fun, but we'll see. But yeah. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. I'll keep you updated in the Discord. Thanks everyone for joining.